So today we are saying a formal goodbye to our pastor of Congregational Life, Reverend Lillie Brock. And we have developed a tradition, really, in our time with Lillie and our current staff, that when we have moments like this, we ring a Tibetan bowl. And we do that because it's a traditional symbol of beginnings and endings. Because we acknowledge that today is both a beginning and an ending all at once. And so as we begin this special moment, I'll just invite you to sit prayerfully with me as we sing this bowl. So today we acknowledge the dynamic and ever-changing nature of ministry. That one of the things that is true for pastors is that we come and go. That we are stewards of churches. Not owners, not executives, but stewards. People who are here to serve for a time as you continue to be the heartbeat as the congregation itself. Through the centuries, pastors have been called and never certain how those calls will go from year to year. Lillie has shared with us how this call that is taking her away was something she very much did not expect. Today we do celebrate the 5 years that Reverend Lillie Brock has performed ministry here in this place. She brought tremendous new life to our programming ministries in giving us all those wonderful programs of the Engage programming and now the meetup groups that are allowing us to connect so much more with each other relationally. A huge success in this last fall of piloting that. For me personally, having such a wise and skilled pastor to work with has been a joy and a privilege that most don't get to have in their lives. And we have all been blessed as a congregation by having her here. And so in the spirit of joy and gratitude, we invite Lillie back up onto the stage one last time. We welcome her back up one last time. We want to thank you for your service to our church and to our community beyond these walls. We thank you for that, for the many ways that you have helped us to innovate, sometimes more innovation than I wanted, for the programs that you nurtured, the classes you taught, the meetup groups you brought to us, for every hard decision you had to make, and there were a lot of those, for every congregational forum you facilitated, every hospital visit, every thank you note, every special event, every prayer that you lifted, every wedding you performed, every funeral you performed, and for every justice effort that you participated in, we thank you. We acknowledge that being a pastor can be lonely and sometimes challenging in ways that others will seldom understand. But we thank you for having served faithfully and often without anyone necessarily pausing to stop and say thank you. You've shown us how to persevere in your commitment to serve God's people, and we're eternally grateful for you. So as a sign of your gratitude, we have a sign of gratitude for you. We have a small gift that I want to give you. So there's a little story behind this that we decided that we wanted to get you something that told a story of St. Louis, that you could take with you and take a piece of us with you. And we randomly went searching for something that embodied this place and found this and thought it was great. And we put an order in online. And I just said, let's hope it gets here in time. And so I didn't hear from him. I put a note. We want to make sure it's here in time for this presentation. And I called them this week and I said, hey, I never heard back. We had a deadline. And they said, oh, it's no problem. We're just 2 doors down from you. So, when you buy something on the internet, you think it's somewhere far-flung. But it was a neighbor that I didn't even know that we had, and I'm sure you don't know that we have, who crafts handmade stoles. And so this stole is called the River. And we thought it would symbolize the Mississippi and the Missouri that have run through St. Louis right here, and that we wanted to give you this. And I chose that we would do green because it's ordinary time. It means you can wear it often, and we've also talked a lot on staff about the blessings of ordinary time. And so we hope that every time you wear that, you will think of us. So you take a little bit of us with you as you go, but you also leave part of yourself here with us as well, because we carry each other in our hearts. And I was doing real well so far.
Okay. You're allowed to cry. Yeah,
And so we want to acknowledge that while you take a piece of us with that represented in that stole, you also leave a piece of yourself behind here in a way that you might not necessarily remember. A number of years ago, you donated something to this church, and that was your dad's vestment cross. And so we took a little bit of time to have that cross formally mounted where it can stay here forever. So for everyone out here, it just says Reverend Jimmy Brock's vestment cross, donated by his daughter, Reverend Lillie Brock, former MCCGSL pastor, 2013 to 2018. For a long time, you might not remember where this came from, and so I want you to understand the importance of it and why it was donated to us. Lillie donated this vestment cross to us during the Seeds to Branches campaign because she really believed in our church and wanted to invest in our church with her whole heart. And this was a very personal gift that I want to explain to you. This vestment cross isn't just any vestment cross. It's made from the gold of Lillie's mom and dad's wedding rings, the diamond from her grandmother's engagement ring, and the peridot birthstone from her baby bracelet. So, though she gave it to the Seeds to Branches campaign with the idea of helping it raise funds for the church, we couldn't bear to melt down or to sell something that has such invaluable worth as that. And so instead it will live here forever as a symbol of your love for this congregation. So we're thankful to have that piece of you to stay behind. So with the stole, you take a bit of us. With that, you leave a bit of yourself behind. And after 5 years, as we have a fork in the road that causes us to be called in different directions, these will be signs that we once walked the path together. So thank you for walking this path with us.